Hello, everyone. Welcome to our C&T Creative Spark event. We are celebrating Shannon and Jason's new book. Yay. So introduce yourselves, even though I kind of gave you a little introduction there.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
We are the authors of Scrappy Wonky Quilt Block Extravaganza.
I'm Shannon,
I'm Jason.
and this is the book.
This is the
Yes.
book. It's a book.
And
You can't just say extravaganza. You have to go
Extravaganza.
yes, it's a beautiful book.
Otherwise-
And thank you all for your comments. And I would encourage everyone, please feel free to put comments in. We're going to take a deep look into this book in our time that we have. We're also going to talk about our prizes. We have amazing sponsors that Shannon and Jason worked with that support them and are supporting this book and donated wonderful things. And I will tell you how you will be eligible to win a prize. So welcome, everyone. We're getting some beautiful comments. Look at this. So we're going to just move that right there.
We
Yay,
can see
thank you. So we can throw some of those up there. And if you already got the book, you may have already got the book because the book arrived a little early, right?
Yes, it did. Yes.
The
Yeah.
book arrived. The book arrived 2.5 weeks
Weeks ago.
early.
Yeah. Mhm.
Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Not mad about it.
Not at all. Yeah.
so one of the things that that I love about this book is that we had, while this book was in production, we were able to make, or you were able to make some classes. And one of them's behind you. It was kind of the first.
Yes, this is
Yes.
Colors of My
the
Pride.
colors
Yes.
of my pride.
And that's based on a block that's in the book. That project is not like specifically like, well, it's kind of in the book too, but
The photos of this project appear in
Yeah.
the book, and it is the basis of Place,
Place.
which
Yes.
is one of the.
that's what I was going to
projects.
say. It's kind of similar to Place, and so
Yeah, it
yeah.
is, yes. Mhm.
Yeah, it
Place
is
is,
Place.
place is a lot more directed. It's the spacing that you do when you do the
Yeah.
framing for this Love Shack block.
Yeah.
This was truly random. The way that we did it, the way that we did Place was to do more of a, what we talk about in the book with it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Everything goes
what's
together
cool
in the
about
An urban
yeah,
diaspora.
so there are classes that kind of go. They don't go with this book, but there's some of the blocks in the classes are found in the book. Then there's other blocks that are not in the classes that are in
Yes,
the book.
there are 6 blocks that are in the classes, and some of the finishing techniques.
Yeah.
Of those, only 2 of the blocks, or three of the blocks in the classes are in the book.
Yeah.
We are actually going to be creating new classes
New classes.
to associate. So all of the blocks that are in the book will have a class that goes along with it.
That's right.
Down the
So
road.
we're in the middle of filming all of those and getting all those set. So
Love it.
look for those soon as well.
Like you do.
And I love that because I do mostly creative sparks up here. So that's why I've worked so much with Shannon and Jason. So amongst the 12 blocks, there are 13 projects. But one of the things we were talking about before we came on was kind of how you view the book. So more like technique with these projects you can mix and match, or how did you phrase it? Is it choose?
Well,
Oh, right.
Jason put it. We were doing an interview the other day. It's like a choose
your own adventure.
Yes.
Because there's 12 blocks, 13 projects, but you don't have to use any of the blocks that we did in the way that we did it.
Right.
All the techniques are there for how to frame blocks and how to resize them. I keep looking down here because it's where the book is. I'm going to put it up here so I stop looking down there.
If there's a specific block that
I
you
can bring
really
up the
love
book,
and you
too.
want to make a certain project, then those blocks will just swap right out. You just have to make it the size to fit into the project.
And all the instructions for how to do that are in the
there,
book. Are in the book.
Yes.
And it's nice because it's not like you have to measure 50 pieces to make a drunken pineapple, right? To make it a different size. You just make it a different size.
So
You just
why
keep
don't
sewing
we
until it's a different
Until it's
size.
the right size.
take a look? I'm gonna pop up here the yay! This is the cover of the book. So we'll look at some of the
Looks so
projects,
good.
and all this
That's
will make
good.
more sense. I feel like when you all see it here. So the and this is kind of in the order of how the projects are laid. I didn't put all the block images. So the first part of the book is laid out with going over the different blocks and the strategies to creating those. I'm gonna say strategies.
Yes.
So, yeah. And then, because they're not like you said, they're not measure this, cut this. Like, it's how do you do this in the Scrappy Wonky way. So
and it has assembly diagrams. Nothing you can print out and draw and cut out, but it has assembly diagrams. So this piece to this piece, and then this piece here, and so every one of them has.
So it's still very visual. Yes. That way, yes. So the visual learners can look at the pictures and get it, and then the written learners can walk through it that way as well.
Yeah, exactly. So these are the first two projects that are found in the book. The first one are the two that are kind of stacked on the left, and those are called Java Jive. And the other one are placemats that are Dinner with Friends, which we will get into how you come up with the names. I mean, I know your personality, so I kind of can guess, but that said, they're always wonderful. So I was excited about these projects. First of all, they're just like, I felt like they were these things that you could easily test out something without feeling overcommitted.
That is exactly the basis for it. Yeah,
because the whole purpose with this book anyway is the downright fact of gatekeeping in the quilting community. And I always say this, I don't feel like anybody does it on purpose to be vicious, but so much emphasis, we've evolved so much emphasis in cut this and do this, and you have to be
if your corners don't match just perfectly, then something's wrong and you have to start over again.
And every project is like a time and money and financial commitment that is so overwhelming in most cases. So we had to put pieces in this because of who we are and what we do just with our brand, period. We had to put some pieces in here like these that are sit down and make a little thing. Those coasters, it's a fun way to play with the blocks, and it doesn't have to be any of those blocks. It can be any block in that size.
Any of the 12.
It is so fun to sew them together and just, ta-da, I'm done. So and you have a thing.
Yeah, for those, you can start playing with color more, because once you get the rhythm down, you can make many of those blocks one after the other and really start playing with colors and how the different colors work together.
Without a huge commitment like that, because I feel like that, for me, I mean, both of us grew up in quilting households, and I grew up a quilter. Yeah. And just this whole book even came about because I sat down to make a log cabin quilt and just went, no. I'm not cutting all those pieces. I'm not doing, but making the blocks one at a time and having fun with them and playing with shape and color, that was more appealing to me, and that got me back into making quilts. And so that's what we did.
I love that
with those little projects like that.
I also love it. Looks like and I'm not blowing up the photo of the placemats, but it looks like you've incorporated some Sashiko into this.
Yes, we did. Yes,
which might Oh, I love that.
Every one of the placemats is quilted with Sashiko stitching.
And if you are tuning in and have never met Shannon and Jason before, their first book was C&T, not their first book, because they've published a lot of books, but was on Boro and Sashiko, which is one of the
Sashiko, Harmonious Imperfection.
Yes.
Was this one
exactly. So what a great way to combine a previous title in with this image or this project. So then we're getting a little bigger, which I was getting excited about this. So now we have our pillows. There we go. Nice pillows. Love that. And they know I'm super partial to this rose.
Yes.
It's kind of been my personal obsession since I've met them.
It's in here somewhere.
Well, and I love the idea of like I love the you know where I live.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't going to go in the book.
No.
Because everything else in the book is based on a traditional quilt block. This one is just one that we made up. It was an accident.
This was a happy accident that just
trying to make these
And we should mention that because one of my questions for you is, how is this book and these blocks not considered like just improv?
Right. Well, improv. That's a really good question. So glad you asked. For example, me just sitting down the other day because I just wanted to do a palette cleanser. This is improv piecing, where you just take fabric, and sew it together
without any particular thought.
There is no goal in mind. There, you can tell I was playing with red, right?
Yeah.
Just improv piecing, where you just put things together that kind of are fun and they make you happy, and you can turn them into something or not. So,
and you can stack and slash and insert. There are a number of different ways to do improv.
This, however, is an abstraction of looking at something that exists,
right,
and saying, then this is how I remember it, and this is how I'm going to make a representation of that. And so that truly is abstract construction, abstract creation,
right,
of a thing. I saw Michelle's face go across the screen. I can't read any of it, but I saw her face.
That's okay. I'm throwing up some comments. There's so many good ones, so I'm just kind of putting it up there. So,
but it definitely is not an improv book. This is directed play.
Yes,
but directed at that, and so it has an end goal.
Yeah, there's still an end goal in mind. But the idea is to picture the block, the true block itself, and then go, okay, this is how I see it, and I want a little bit of wonk here, or maybe I don't even want the wonk. It just happened, and I like the way that looks, and I'm keeping it.
Yes, I love it.
Oh, and there's my bag.
So here's the next one. I'm keeping us moving forward because I know us. We would be here like you all would never get to sign off if I don't keep our slides moving. So we have this beautiful bag called Tote's Cute Tote, which
this is the Tote's Cute Tote.
It is Tote's Cute.
It's Tote's Cute.
And again,
Tote's Cute Tote.
Tote's Cute Tote. Yeah, so Sophie, and anyone who has known me for any longer than 5 minutes knows that I am a bag fiend.
Yes.
There's
probably there are like 5, 6, 7, 8. I can see 9, just 10, here on this door alone.
10 hanging on that door.
Let alone the rest of the house.
A true bag lady. A true bag lady.
Yes, I am a proud bag lady. And so there had to be a bag in this. Plus, this is the type of project that you get to show off a lot.
Yes.
Because this is you carry it around and go, I made that thing. Oh, I really love your bag. I made that.
Thank you. I made it.
Awesome.
Would you like coffee or tea? Thank you, I made it.
I love it. Okay, and then I'm assuming, Jason, you took all the photos. It's just my assumption.
Yes,
I don't know. This photo is so beautiful. Like the composition. I mean, we haven't even talked about the pieces. I'm just excited about the photo, but it's beautiful. Where did you take this?
It's true.
Okay. His photos, so honest. No. Okay.
His photos are amazing, and that's all. That's how we'll leave it. But this
is our garage. Just in case you're wondering.
This is our garage. This is our garage. Like 100% true. That's the garage.
You have the most beautiful garage I've ever seen. That's all I'm gonna say. And tidy it's so tidy.
That's not what it looks like.
Two words for you: Photoshop.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do. Photoshop.
I'm cool with the garage then. But I love this. This is based obviously on a sawtooth star, but we're calling it Star Stuff is the project. And I don't know what you call the sawtooth star is Oh My Stars. Is it Oh My Stars?
Oh My Stars.
Oh My Stars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh My Stars.
Oh my gosh, I memorized. I love that. Okay.
Oh My Stars.
And I love the triptych, but I also love that you could do one or make them shorter, or
right,
fun to play with.
This again is an abstraction on Starry Night.
Starry Night. Van Gogh. Starry Night.
So that's the idea behind it. We didn't want to do
Starry Night,
an actual, because it's already been done. But looking at it, we wanted to build off of it, and this is where we went to. And
there's Sashiko stitching in this as well.
Yes,
all the
it is.
quilting
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put up. I can see someone from our team has put up the link for the book on our site, but I'm actually gonna also put it up on Shannon and Jason's site, so you can purchase it from either location. They are not neither. I don't think you all. We're not offering a discount on the book. I'll just say that. So
we are not.
Yeah, so it's collaborative that way. So there you go. I'm putting it out there, so you can definitely shop. Shannon, Jason will have other yummy, fun things. So wherever you want to shop from, please.
All 3 of our C&T books.
Yeah, all of your books. If you don't have this Sashiko, you might want it. I'm also going to stick up the class. I will put a link to the Crave Spark class page for this as well, though. So that's on there.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. So we're moving on now.
I love this wall hanging. This, I don't have favorites, and this isn't my favorite. It is. I love this wall hanging. This is called Night Roost.
Night Roost.
And that's the Fly Away Home block, and I don't know, somebody got snotty and told us that it has a proper name to the block, and I don't know, and I don't care. It's meant to look like, to me, it looks like flying geese mixed with a log cabin. So that's what we did, and I couldn't remember the name of it. It's a block that I learned when I was a kid, and I can't remember the name of it, so I just didn't care. Called it Fly Away Home because, again, it looks like flying geese, flying in formation. The book the piece Night Roost that you see there,
which is what it is named,
because we live in the Pacific Northwest where there are a ton of crows, and at night that's what they do, is they fly to their night roost, and we watch literally hundreds and hundreds of them fly by our window out here to go to their night roost, which is about 2 or 3 blocks away.
Just a couple blocks away, yeah. So,
and it's just the most stunning thing to watch, and so that represents the night sky.
And sunset happening there,
and the birds flying through it off to their night roost.
Awesome.
Night roost.
Okay.
But I love this piece. I love it. And of course.
So this is like, wait, what is this one called? Sorry.
The Full Monty.
Monty. I love the name.
Because it was either going to be the kitchen sink or the Full Monty. Because this has like every technique from the book, every block. And we even added like keystone piecing for the 4 corners and
some strip piecing for the
strip
border.
Piecing for the border. Like, we did everything in this one. It was insane.
It is the Full Monty.
It is the Full Monty. And of course we had to go with the Full Monty because who wants to call the sampler?
Yeah. No, I love that. A bunch of people asked about the Sashiko book, and I just added that. If you saw me looking away for a moment, I just added that link to there you go. I added that link to the chat, so you should be able to find the Sashiko one. There's also the Kogan Sashi book as well, and that will be the 3rd one. And if you want that link, by the way, just go to any of the links I sent. They have a very usable website, as we all do. So you can just go to their pages on books. So.
Yeah, shannonandjason.com, and they're all right there on the front page.
All spelled
exactly. Shannon and, spell the word and, Jason. There you
Indeed.
go. So.
And you can sign up for our newsletter there and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
All sorts of good.
This is plate. Yeah.
This is plate.
So this is, and this is the one that Colors of My Pride are based on behind you, kind of like Earth could be.
That same style of piecing and framing.
It is a Love Shack block.
It's the Love Shack block, and it's based on just our own. We do a lot of activism in the LGBTQIA+ community, and this was another expression of that concept of that we build community and we build a sense of place with every place that we go and every place that we are, not just the physical dwelling that we live in, but in the community that we interact with and the culture that we create, just with our everyday interactions with at the post office, with the neighbors, with our own community. And so oftentimes with our community, there's this tight group, and then it just spreads like that, as it does in real life, right? As it does even in housing. So it crosses all of that. So it's called place. And it was kind of an idea. It was the idea of Colors of My Pride, that expanding on that idea and making it more about the world and the communities of the world and the way that we interact with those and how we create that. So that's what place is about.
Yeah.
We got deep and
that is, I mean, that was got really, but I really love the message. So thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is called She Knows. Now,
She Knows. Yes, this is.
I need to know the title. There's a story behind this title because
There is.
Yes.
When I was a little girl, I wished that someone would sing this song to me because I presented very differently back then. In the 80s when the song came out. This is a song by Kim Carnes called Betty Davis Eyes.
Betty Davis Eyes.
Now, we were sitting down because we didn't want to call it Betty Davis Eyes because I don't need Kim Carnes harassing us again. My God, she calls enough. I'm kidding. But we were sitting talking about how this is traditionally called, at least when I learned a God's eye. We didn't want to call it that. So we were calling it the all-seeing eye. Well, we found out that that is a fascist movement that they use the actual all-seeing eye as their symbol, and I was like, "Well, we're not going to give them a dog whistle." And so we were sitting down trying to figure it out, and this song, "Betty Davis Eyes,"
randomly came
on.
Yeah, just
in our home. We're sitting there drinking coffee in our front window as we do, and that song came on, and I started crying. And I was like, oh, it's about eyes. There it is. It's about the eyes. And it is that song that I heard.
She knows.
She knows. And there's a line in the song that says, and she knows just how to make. So, and that's where it came from. She knows. Because it's still the eyes. It's the eyes looking and it's the eyes
knowing.
And I really love, I love the story. I also love kind of your play on color in this one. And I don't even know if you talk about that in the book. I mean, I've kind of briefly looked at the book, but but I do find that this is really inspirational for like the idea that it looks like there's a lot of things that have been like, green, like maybe blocks that are predominantly greens or purples, but then there's these ones that mix together and kind of the way they all get laid out is really beautiful.
Completely an accident. I mean, I have to tell you, it was complete. We had a color palette because when we designed any of them, Jason lays them out in I would make a couple of blocks, and then he takes it and lays it out in Illustrator and turns it into a full quilt to see what it will look like. And the quilt that he created was predominantly these colors, and I just went, well, I have to create that quilt.
Yeah.
And so when we pulled from our stash, from one of our stash.
Say your scrap, which is also what I love about this book is that it's about scraps too.
But all of the centers of those eyes, the reason that it stands out like that is that the centers of each one of those
are all the same color.
Are all the same color of cherrywood.
Right.
Hand dyed fabric.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah. Which is one of the sponsors that is giving prizes tonight.
Hand dyed fabric.
Yes. And beautiful fabric. Okay, so now we're on to Ups and Downs.
Ups and Downs.
Ups and Downs is named from Auntie Mame.
For those of you,
the Rosalind Russell the only Auntie Mame. And if you think you saw another one, you didn't. Rosalind Russell's Auntie Mame. It's when Patrick is getting married and she has to go up to meet the future in-laws. And so she goes up to Kennebunkport? No.
My place. No, I don't remember the line.
Anyway, she goes up there to meet them.
Montebank.
Montebank.
My place.
So she goes up to Montebank, and they are horrible, racist, stuck-up, snobby people, and she is just horrified the entire time. And they tell her this joke about ups and downs. You get it? Because sometimes the market goes up and sometimes it goes down. So we call this ups and downs. So the way she reacts to all that is just classic, and so that's what we had to call this.
Oh, I love it. Well, I love this piece. Yeah, talk about because it's kind of a block, but it's but kind of long block. Like it's a.
So this is the one. This is the block that you can create in panels or in blocks, and we give the instructions for both.
Yes.
And this is also the one. It's in.
The bag.
That's the one that makes the bag. It is in the. It's in the free project. Wait,
There is a free project, by the way.
It's in the bonus project.
Oh,
It's
that's
in
beautiful.
the coasters. It's in it's in everything.
It's
Yeah. And we lay them out so there's 4 going and spinning that way, but this is how you make it the panels so that there's one center. Again, all the centers are this bright yellow cherrywood hand dyed fabric, and then it goes up and it goes down, and so it's ups and downs.
I love
ups
it.
and downs.
People are loving it. Okay, this one is what she found.
What she found, yes.
What she found is from
this is Alice's adventure through the looking glass, and what she found
there
is the
actual
title of the book.
This is and what she found. And as our editor very kindly suggested, do you think that people are going to get it? And I'm like, if they don't, they can ask. So, but when she goes through there,
checkerboard.
When she goes through there, the entire land that she sees is made out of chessboard.
Right.
And if you stand in front of this, I mean, looking at it is bad enough, but if you actually stand in the room in front of this, believe me, you're going to get that.
Yeah.
It
part of it is the amazing colors, like that bright. It's not quite chartreuse. It's not as green as chartreuse. It's kind of yellow.
It is Cherrywood hand dyed
fabric. The color is acid green.
Acid green. That's what it is. Yes, that is exactly what it is.
That's the only yardage that we requested from Carla to be specifically for a block. Any other yardage was like for sashing or borders or backing. This is the only yardage in the book that we purchased for a quilt.
Because we wanted that one to really stand out.
You know,
and then we used a myriad of purples.
That's all purple scraps.
Yeah, just from purple scraps.
That's a lot of purple scraps, sweetie. Yeah.
That is. Beth said she loved the Alice reference. Also, Jerry asked if, I think she was referring to the ups and downs, if that's kind of like a French braid.
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. We're not sure.
And by the way, thanks for the comments. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
everybody has these different names for blocks and for quilts based off the blocks. And when you grew up, you knew a quilt called
Bleh.
Or you knew a block called
Bleh.
And I was like, well, my grandmother and my great grandmother and my mother made up their names for things, so can we, you know? I mean, so it could be. It
very well could be.
It does remind me, Jerry, of a French braid. I will say that from what I know.
Yeah, it looks like if you were French braiding your hair. So it could be. Could be.
So we have a couple more projects to look at. Then we're going to talk about prizes, but also throw up if you have any questions, please throw them in there. And just so you know, part of the eligibility for prizes has to do with making comments in the chat. So if you have, even if it's just like yay or whatever, please make a chat. Yeah, please make a comment there. But if you do have a question or you have like something you're loving, we'd love to hear that too. So this is called the Rose Tattoo.
This is the Scrappy Wonky Rose.
This is the Scrappy Wonky Rose.
I put the rose in the middle of the pictures just so you all could get that kind of like close up.
This is my jacket. So I've never made one of the patterns in my size. Unfortunately, now I've lost 100 pounds since then, and this one is still not in my size. I'm not angry about it.
Yeah.
But it will be taken in so that I can wear it. But I modeled it in the book finally, and but this is the Rose Tattoo.
The Rose Tattoo,
which of course is a film starring the amazing Anna Magnani, Italian actress, and the Rose Tattoo.
She is Lancaster.
Right, and a lot of people,
and him, you know.
But who cares? It was Anna Magnani, and I've always had a thing for her, and she's so strong, and so I wanted a representation of something that is the Scrappy Wonky Rose. I feel like she kind of looks like a Scrappy Wonky Rose. I mean, she plays that in there, and so Rose Tattoo in the novel and in the movie, the tattoo, the play first was here. Here it would be on your back shoulder blade is where the tattoo is.
But again, you can move it.
You can move wherever you want. You can do whatever you want with this. And it's also this quilt, this jacket uses the Good Neighbors block.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that,
Yes.
and that
This
one,
is
I don't know.
also,
I
Brenda
grew up
asked
calling it
if this is similar to
Mm-hmm.
collage quilting. Is the rose similar to collage quilting?
I don't know what collage quilting
Yeah, I was
is. It's
gonna
not.
say, I'm
It's
sorry,
not
I don't.
applique.
Yeah.
It's not applique. It
Okay.
is actual piecing.
Yeah.
It is
Because
pieced in a spiral.
when we talk about collage quilting, it is. I have one. I don't know where. Somewhere around here, where you put the pieces, you cut the pieces a certain way or in certain shapes, and then you sew them on top of one another or next to one another. And this is not that. This is pieced piece by piece in a spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, we lay out how to do it in the book.
Yeah.
And it worked.
And there you go. And then you can make your own roses or peonies or whatever you see in that flower. One of the things you mentioned. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. The color variations we've seen and the way they put them together are amazing. So
okay, so one thing that Shannon mentioned was sizing, and one of the things I appreciate is is very inclusive. We go from extra small to 6X, so there is most likely a size for you. So yeah, this is now the Fay Wild. Fay Wild.
Fay Wild, yes.
Yes, and this vest is modeled by Jason. I think in the book, I think it's the picture of you with it on. And this is amazing
really good
piece as well.
Like, he looks good in this. I love this. I love this piece. This was made specifically for him and designed with Jason in mind because he's a geek. And we're both geeks, but he was a Dungeons and Dragons geek.
Yeah,
I love that.
If you know, you know. And so he was.
I
an elf.
actually might know.
Right? I mean, like, I know, I get it. And so he was an elf.
Oh, I love it.
And I'm a fairy.
Oh, there we go.
Take from that what you will.
Love it. So this is my last image, and then we're gonna just talk about the giveaway and answer any questions about the book and any last things, because we're coming to our intentional time limit that we set for ourselves. But so this is some of the blocks that you'll find in the book. There's obviously some of them are duplicates in here of the same one. You can see the pineapple. There's a couple different color versions. All My Stars. Although, what do you call the pineapple one? Is it called pineapple?
Drunken Pineapple.
Drunken Pineapple. They all have amazing names, and I'm sure that's just your sense of humor, but how much time do you have to spend on these names, or do they just come to you? Are you just like a name generator?
Sometimes
it just happens. Like Drunken Pineapple just happened. It was just
Drunken Pineapple is because we used to throw these huge brunch parties. We lived up in the queer neighborhood here in Seattle called Capitol Hill. And so every year for Pride, all of our friends would brunch and pregame at our apartment. And then we would walk the block and a half up the street. Stagger the Pride Parade. And one of the things that Jason always made was a pineapple cut up and then put in Tupperware and covered in rum. And then it would sit on the counter overnight or sometimes two, getting warm and fermenting in rum. And that everyone was eating that and drinking that the next morning. And so that, my friends, is how the Drunken Pineapple came about.
That's why you get that little swirly
and
thing.
And what I will expect when I come to your house for brunch. There we go.
Like another one, for example, in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see is Steppin' Up.
Steppin' Up.
That's looks like it's got little pyramid shapes in it. Originally, we had called that ziggurat.
Because it's a ziggurat step pyramid. It's what it is.
Which is a Middle Eastern pyramid. Without maybe people might not get that joke. So
zig, and I was like, they're going to expect a zigzag thing. Yeah, and so just all of a sudden it was just like, oh, it's a step pyramid. Duh, stepping up.
Stepping up.
Someone asked about the vest, if the vest was quilted before you assembled it.
Yes. all of the pieces, you do you put all of the pieces together, create the individual sections, quilt those, and then those are sewn together. So yeah.
Okay. So there's just a snippet of some of the amazing things. Now, Shannon and Jason shared that they're going to be releasing like you're highlighting each block and each project in the coming.
Yes, on our Instagram.
Yes.
On our Instagram, we are Embrace the Creative Chaos on Instagram.
Yes. And I'm about to paste both Shannon and Jason's and C&T's Facebook links, because that has something to do with the how to enter for the prizes. So in fact, actually, I'm going to do it one more time.
Yeah, we're
the reason you're all here.
Yeah, the only reason you really showed up. I mean,
no, but it is fun to have party favors, and this is our best way of having them. So here's how you're gonna. First of all, we'll get to what the prizes are, but I'm first going to tell you how you're going to possibly win. So we have 5 amazing prizes from our sponsors that are celebrating the release of Scrappy Wonky Quilt Block Extravaganza. And to be eligible to win, you need to follow Shannon and Jason, which they are at Embrace the Creative Chaos, like they said, and C&T Publishing, which I put the link in there. You are going to leave a comment on this. If you're here already, you're going to leave a comment on this video, some kind of comment. And if you were here leaving comments already, you got some bonus entries into, you'll get more than 1 entry into the contest. And then on Friday, we will randomly, Friday, June 28th, we will randomly, 2024, we will randomly select a winner for each prize.
Say that.
You
have to say that.
I know, because things live. I realize that. Each winner will have 72 hours to respond. If we don't receive a response, we'll draw another winner at random until we have 5 confirmed winners. And each randomly selected winner will receive one of the prizes I'm going to list. For legal reasons, I have to say this, so thank you for listening to me. No purchase is necessary to enter this giveaway, although we do love this book. And per Facebook's and YouTube's rules, this giveaway is not associated with Facebook or YouTube in any way, and is not sponsored, endorsed, or administered by Facebook or YouTube. So by entering, you confirm that you are 13 plus years of age. You agree with Facebook and YouTube's terms of use, and you release Facebook and YouTube from any responsibility. That's a lot just to be eligible for some prizes, but we had to say it. So now here are some of the prizes. The first is a copy of Scrappy Wonky Quilt Block Extravaganza, and that is from C&T Publishing. So that will be one of the books. The next one is the Aurifil Companion Palette, which I don't have it in front of me, but I'm assuming it's thread.
Neither do we.
So we haven't received it.
And my favorite thread.
5 large spools.
5 full-size spools of 50 weight of thread, and it comes in the it's a new product. We're the first ones.
We're the first ones that they're doing.
We're the first ones.
It's this little plastic bag so you can carry them around.
It's one of those thick vinyl zip tops that says our project bag, or like you can carry makeup or pencils or pens or something like that. Yeah. So, and it comes in that, and it has a little insert card that Jason made where you can download the free pattern, the free bonus pattern. This.
Oh,
and you can
great.
Purchase that. Yeah, you can purchase that awesome. Through the link on our website or on our Facebook page here, or Instagram, or directly through. It's only available
for the free pattern. There is something free, so there's something for everyone. So
what we do.
There are 2 rolls of Hobbs Heirloom Premium 80/20 batting. It's actually at our office, ready to ship. So I did see it come in.
And these are full size. These are full size. This is not like the sample size.
No, the box was not small. It was not small.
These are the big ones.
Yeah. So thank you, Aurifil. Thank you, Hobbs. And then the Cherrywood Hand Dyed Fabrics. You have a grab bag full of various beautiful fabric cuts from the yummy Cherrywood hand dye. And
which you're going to love.
Gonna love.
Yes.
Yeah. Delish. Okay, and then the 5th prize is from Colonial Needle Company, and it is a whole slew of stuff. Roxanne spray glue, 2 sets of John James Signature Collection needles, Thimble crown pack, needle grip it pack, and the hand needle pack 2 for holding all of your quilting supplies. Thank you so much, Colonial Needle Company. So
that's a huge prize pack.
Really
basically we picked all of our favorite things.
Yeah, but it also shows how much
okay,
everyone loves you, because you know the companies that you use, they really stand behind you, and we appreciate them also supporting your book and your project and all your creativeness.
Yeah, we love working with these folks. It was we could not have
do
made
what we
this
do
book without it. I mean,
yes.
You think that box of Hobbs was something when it showed up at yours? Picture this. No, I won't tell the story. When the batting showed up here, it showed up in a few cases.
Yeah.
And like
they blocked the driveway.
Great batting. I mean, if you're a quilter, you know Hobbs is amazing. So thank you. I mean, really wonderful.
You're welcome.
Wonderful things. So with that, I just want to say we will put all the details, all that lovely legal language as a comment in, or as part of this post after we're finished being live. Is there anything else that you all have to say?
Questions.
Look at the confetti.
Everyone's just been really excited. You'll definitely have to go back. Oh, someone asked how many blocks and how many projects. There are 12 blocks, 13 projects.
13 projects, right?
And if you tuned in a little later, you can go back and see all the projects. We showed them all. So yeah. So yay! Congratulations on book number 3 with C&T. We always love working with you, and please check out also all their classes, their website, our websites. Yay! Everyone's stuff. And anything else before we say goodbye or good night? We're good?
No, okay. Just thank you so much. Thank you to
all of you for coming.
Thank you to all the sponsors. Thank you for all of you for coming, because it's the people who buy our books and buy our patterns and support our pages and our Patreon and all the nonsense, right? And put up with us.
That enable us to keep doing this nonsense.
To keep doing this nonsense and misbehaving like this so that Sophie has to put up with it.
No, it's pure joy, and they know that. And yeah, it really is. So thank you for giving what you do to the creative community and to the world in general, and thanks for being my friend too. But congratulations. So I will hopefully all of you had a great time, and check out the book. So we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Stitch on, folks.
Hold on.